Getting around the Queen City has been a little tricky and downright dangerous, actually, in 2018. Bus services are hard-pressed, and multiple students have been struck or even killed by cars on their way to school. 9 on your sides, Pat LaFleur has a roundup of this year's biggest transportation stories in the tri-state.
Public transit remains one of the region's biggest challenges. Even simple things like bus shelters and benches at metro stops are few and far between. After a Springfield Township metro stop was voted in September as the worst in the U.S. by a national transit site, 9 on your side wanted to know just how big a problem this was. Turns out most metro stops don't offer simple amenities like seating or shelter. Just ask Metro rider Barbara Wolf.
Very hard on people, especially mothers with children, people with packages, seniors, people who have physical injuries.
Cincinnati Metro knows it's a problem. With very little government funding and a $160 million deficit, a 9 on your side I-Team investigation discovered in October that paying for new benches and shelters remains difficult. But Transit Authority Chairman Craig Cassee says it's not just about money.
I know it sounds simple, right? But what the benches and shelters have to meet code requirements for anything we're doing, right? So there's certain demands about what you're allowed to do. Then obviously funding's an issue for us.
Another seemingly simple problem facing the city: crossing the street safely. Ohio public safety data show that hit and runs are becoming more common, and pedestrians and bicyclists are most at risk. People like 15-year-old Western Hills High School student Gabby Rodriguez. She was killed in September crossing Harrison Avenue, trying to catch the bus to school.
Hard to know that somebody can hit a child like this and keep going. What part of you is not human enough to stop and want to help the person that you just hit?
Gabby's death, and the growing list of others like it, prompted Cincinnati police to kick up speed enforcement along certain busy roads.
We've heard the community, so what we're trying to do now is be very responsive to the community concerns. For a long time, traffic was not something that there was a lot of emphasis on. It's there now.
Now, nearly 4 months later, police are still looking for the driver that fled that scene after hitting Gabby Rodriguez. For more on that story and others from throughout the year, check out my digital story on WCPO.com. Pat LaFleur, 9 on your side.